So guys, without further ado, I'm here on how to teach you to make these pockets. All you need to do is to cut this collar stay and these strands for the zigzag shape on the pocket. So I cut this pocket at the length of 6.5 inches and the width of 5 inches. And I cut the smaller piece 2.5 inches. That's exactly half of the pocket, half of the width of the pocket, sorry. And it's going to be used for the design. So you will see the use of this smaller piece later when I'm coupling the pocket. So this is the strand for the zigzag. So let's get done. Let me show you on how to get this zigzag shape done. I used the hemming gun, mind you, so that it will hold in place the two rough edges I clipped together. So first of all, you will need an electric iron. Then you start your zigzag like so. And so after doing it, you repeat the same thing you started with all through to the end of the strand. So you take your time in this one, no need to rush. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I'm begging you, subscribe to my channel and like this video, for it will help me a lot to be shared to other people and also to encourage me to create new videos on my channel. Thank you very much. So you make sure you take your time while doing this and don't get confused. So you bend it like so and you repeat the same movement which you started. You see the zigzag shape is already coming out perfectly well. You take your time so that you have a nice finishing. So guys, this is basically how to make this zigzag shape you've been seeing on clothes. You can make it for different design, not only on pockets. They put it both on the sides of the dress, and then you can use the same method to do it basically. So I'm trying to get the best from this and make sure it's properly laid well to avoid moving away from dimension. So I make sure I put it in place, and then this is what you have. As you can see, the zigzag shape is already coming out. Yeah, all I need is just to complete on the strand. So guys, the zigzag stitch is done. The zigzag shape is done, and then this is what we have. You see, I ironed it down, and this is how properly laid is. So this is going to be on the pocket. So now I made this shape. Basically, I marked about 2 inches inwards, 2 inches inwards, and 1 inch downwards. Then I curve that particular angle so that I will have that curvy effect with that dark blue material that has some designs on it. So basically here I'm going to cut this markings that I've made. So I'll cut it like so, and this is it. So this, I'm going to take it away, and this is how it's gonna be. I will make sure how I work, you see, that's why I said you should cut it at the other part at the middle. Reason is so that it will overlap the one you're going to cut right now, so that you won't go short of the stuff. So now this is it. All you need to do is to gum it on the fabric you're working on. Gum it on the fabric, and you head over to your sewing machine. Please guys, there are different methods people make their stuffs, and this is the method that went so well for me. And I don't know, if you have any method that goes so well for you, you can as well apply that method. And anywhere I'm lacking or lagging behind, you can easily tell me on the comment section. It's open for everybody. I accept corrections. So guys, I'm done gumming it on the fabric. So what I did was I cut all around, and then now I'm trying to cut this. Reason for this, because that, so that I'll get that cuff effect, that cuff there, so that it will lay properly well. That's why I had to notch that angle, and I cut exactly on the collar stay, because I'm going to create an effect at the end, like at the edges. So that's why I cut exactly outside. Mind it outside, but the inside you're going to leave some allowance so that you can notch like so, like half-inch allowance, so that you can notch like so. So let's continue. And here is what you have. So now you have this, and then this is the concept of the pockets. You see our pocket is coming out gradually. So all you need to do is to carry your zigzag shape and preview on how it's going to fit. So this is how it's going to fit when you're done. So I'll take the marking on how it's going to fit in, so that I can go to my sewing machine and stitch it down. I'll stitch exactly those openings that are there. So I'll stitch straight on using my sewing machine this way. Exactly inside this, I'm going to stitch the straight line there. So let me go. Yeah, I'm done stitching. This is how it looks. I stitched and ironed it. This is how smooth it looks already. So all I need to do is to cut out the excess, and then after cutting out the excess like so, you see how it's gonna look like. Make sure everything you do, you test it, so that you will know whether you're on the right track. So now this is exactly how it's gonna look like. So now this is, so all you need to do next is to get the fabric for the design. Little stripe there's going to be at that angle, at the curve there. So this is how it's gonna look like. And then so now I'm going to measure that curve all through, all the way down, to get the length of the design, the stripe I'm going to put there. So here we have 8 inches. So this is the fabric I'm going to use for the design. And mind you, I'm going to cut this fabric diagonally. That's, people call it biased form. So I'll cut it diagonally this way, and I'll make sure I have like 8 inches allowance. So I'm going to iron it down first of all after marking, guys. I'm going to iron it down so that when cutting it, it will not be shaky, because it's already shaky material. It won't be shaky and won't fall in place, so that I can have an accurate stripe. So now I cut it like so, and I'm going to cut it with about like 1 inch. So I'll cut it down to the 8 inches length which I marked earlier. So the moment I have this, reason for cutting the bias because of that curve, so that it can conform to the curve. That's the reason for the bias, because the moment you cut something in bias, it tends to have this elasticity in it, no matter how hard the fabric is. So it's the elasticity we need so that we can conform it to the curve there. So all I need to do is to iron it to the right part, like so. Yeah, iron it. So after ironing, I don't need any hemming gun to do this. I'm just going to take it to the sewing table, so I'll make sure it's well aligned, like so. You see how I'm going to do it? It's going to just be a little stripe. It's not going to be wide, it's just going to be this little. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine and do it. So I'm done, and this is what we have. I followed exactly the curve, keeping it out. So this is exactly how it's going to look like. So you can see the pocket is already given, even if I'm not done with the edges yet. So all I need to do is to cut the blue fabric in bias also, so that it can conform to the edges corners. So all I need to do is to measure the circumference of the pocket. Please guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I beg you, do well by subscribing and like this video, share this video, and give this video a thumbs up so that it can be shared to other people as well. What am I even saying? So that other people can view this video. And then thank you very much. So here I have over 18 inches, so I'm going to mark down the 18 inches and then cut it in diagonal form. So now I'm done cutting it diagonally. You see how stretchy it is. So all I need to do is to go to the sewing machine, and mind you, when sewing on this, you're going to maintain the same thing you started with. If you start with ½ inch, you're going to maintain with ½ inch, but me, I'm going to go with 1/4 inch. So this is exactly how I'm going to take it all around. Just no need to rush, you take your time and do this. So I'm done sewing it exactly 1/4 inch, and I will just curve it. I will just bring it out and give it a very good ironing, steamed ironing, so that it will lay properly well. Now mind you, I told you earlier, the reason for the bias form is to make it conform to those curves. Once it's in bias, the moment you give it a good ironing, it will not have any choice than to conform to all the curves that the shape has commanded it to conform to. So you see, by the use of hot iron and steam iron, it will give you the desired results. So guys, this is what we have after ironing. Everything is laid properly well and then ready to be fixed on the dress. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I truly appreciate your kind gestures. To my subscribers, a shout out to you people. You people are too much. You keep me afloat. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you just iron out the top and secure the edges, and then it's ready to be joined on the dress.